Hey guys, I'm AlexWizardPro and welcome back to another 1v1 regular tournament on my Balance Wizard. So lately, if you notice, I've been posting a lot of tournaments video on my Balance Wizard. And it's because I need some ticket on my balance, and I think I'm pretty close to getting all the ticket that I need. I think if I do like 3 or 4 more tournaments, I will have enough ticket to buy the things that I'm doing the tournament for. But we're facing Nicholas from second, and he's a strong wizard. On the first round, he got his shadow pip, but he decided not to do anything, and I tower shielded because I didn't have anything else. And I was looking for Storm Block, and then he did an Ice Beetle on me. That's a good move, but I had to Lore Master because I didn't have anything else. And Lore Master was doing a pretty good amount of damage, 1.4k. This is just regular tournament, not like a quick match that you get damage and pierce. So you know, you have to play a little bit carefully in this regular tournaments because you know you're not getting all the pierce and damage, as I said. So he decided to cleanse and he didn't fizzle. Well, good for him. And I tower shielded again, and I didn't discard that Lore Master, but accidentally, I don't know what happened, maybe I accidentally discarded and had to find a TC enchanted Lore Master. So yeah, I did that, and he went for a balance blade. I don't know why would he balance blade when he has his own blade, but I had to Lore Master again, and that gives him weakness and mantle as well. So you know, I was looking for a Storm Block and I didn't find it, so I went for Tower Shield again in case he goes for a Stormlord, then uses his new spells, you know. But he fizzled, so that was good for me, and yeah. So I was still looking for the Storm Block, and I did find it, but you know, at that moment it was too late. So I decided to judgment him and end his life, I guess, for Wizard101. So he did the Rosaka on me, and I was surprised. Rosaka usually do a lot of damage, but he only did like 700 I think, and Judgment did enough to kill him. So that was a really good match from me, defeating a Storm from second, and he didn't have a good gears. But welcome back to the second match. We're facing David, and he's a fire wizard, and I don't know, he looks pretty good to me, but his enchanted or stitched gear is a little bit different. I don't know why I said enchanted, but I went for the tower shield in the first round, and he decided to weakness me, and I kind of hate weakness or any kind of thing. So I had a one hit luckily on my hand, so you know, I think I did one hit in this round, and watch what's gonna happen. So I was looking for Storm Block, by the way, that's why I'm digging so much my TC. And there we go, and I whip and cast it. So that was a good move by me, doing a one hit and getting free almost 1,000 damage. So that's pretty good for me, like 894 damage, and he fizzled. Alright, so I don't know why he fizzled that, but he did fizzle. So I had a Lore Master on hand, and I was thinking, should I do Lore Master or should I Tower Shield again? But since I had a Tower Shield, I went for the Lore Master, and that would give him weakness and a mantle, so hopefully he would fizzle, or if not, the weakness would do some job. And I don't know why, like, he was blading, and that basically took the weakness up, but still it did some damage on him, and so he had a shadow pip. So I was still looking for my Storm Block. I don't know why. I pulled like 3 TC Storm Block in my TC deck, but I didn't pull it. So that was pretty bad because I knew he was gonna use that King Arturus, and he was gonna use FFA on me. So that's obvious that all the fire shit, they use it. So yeah, he used the King Art, and it didn't do much, but it stunned me. So I was like, okay, he's gonna get an open FFA hit on me. And the funny thing, his pip fell, so that's really bad luck for him. And I was thinking, should I do Judgment or should I do Lore Master? But I decided to pass because I'm already stunned. So probably if I do get Shadow Pip, I would go for it. But he decided to Tower Shield it, so I had a Scorpion on hand, but I didn't do it. So he had a Pierce blade on him, and if he FFA me, that's gonna do a lot of damage, at least like 2.5 if he doesn't have that much of this. But he decided to weakness me again, and he has a Tower Shield on him, but I'm not gonna use Lore Master. Well, if I did use it, that wasn't a really big deal, but I thought maybe he was gonna use something else to take off my shield. But he weakness me again, like double weakness. So maybe he thought I would go for like, you know, gaze, I guess, but nah, I didn't want to do that. So I did win for the gaze. You know, I had a weakness on me, but I think gaze would have been a best move, because you know I had another shadow pip, and if this doesn't kill, I could, you know, hit it with another shadow pip, and it was kind of weak, but the second hit was you know, good enough. Well, it was kind of weak too. I guess he was using the crafted hat something, but he used his new spell. I had like a tower shield on me, I think. Alright, I did have a tower shield, I'm sure. Yeah, and he has a good amount of pierce too, and that was kind of weak, you know. Did like 1.2 with the new spell from Mirage, and I decided to kill him with mana burn just to troll him, because I didn't want to use my TC, and I really hate to make TC. You know, first I have to buy the enchanted, then I have to make card. But welcome back to the third match. We're facing Wolf. I don't know, like all the tournament I did on my balance, like there's at least one guy named Wolf I'm facing, and you know, yeah. So I decided to stomp block on the first round, and you know, he's another fire wizard, and he was spamming. He was spamming just like the girl on the last tournament, I think, on the quick match, and she was spamming the low level hits, and I got a shadow pip, so that's really good. And I'm just gonna go for gaze, because you know I need to do the gaze, because it's gonna give the bubble, and I'm gonna have extra 25% damage, so which is really good for me, because balance doesn't have really a damage bubble. Instead they have like power pips bubble, or the bubbles from I believe this Chrysalis that gives, you know, critical and pierce, but that's 4 pips, so I wouldn't waste that unless, you know, I have no choice. But he went for a blade, and I don't know why I accidentally discard that stomp block as well. So I went for the tower shield, because he has like a blade and a trap on me, so if he does that, the broomstone again, that's gonna do a lot. But I think he was trying to get some you know, health back, so he did a power link on me, and that was a good move by him, because I tower shielded. I thought he was gonna use something else, and he's gonna get a lot of health back since he critical. And since I have the bubble up, I decided to lore master again. You know, lore master is a really good spell. I don't care if you say I'm spamming, but this is what I have to do. And thank you for the positive feedback that I think of the last tournament I posted. I had to do it. If you guys want to check it out, that's a really good tournament. And yeah, so I was like, yeah, I had to do it. And you know, and lore master is really good, you know, only 4 pips, and I think because of lore master, balance school is really good. Lore master gaze, like perfect combination, like, you know. And I one hit, and I was hoping that I would get, you know, another weapon cast, but that didn't happen. So he went for another tower shield, and that's kind of annoying. So I went for gaze again, and hopefully that will kill him. If not, I got judgment, or maybe scorpion, that would kill him. And he's getting some health back, to like 200 health per round. So he's getting like total like 700 health from that power link. So that's pretty good amount of health. Only reason that he critical, and I think I crit land on my gaze, so that is good for me. You know, people does talk about, you know, you don't need block, but I think block is pretty good. Like sometimes if you crit land, and even though it's only doing like 1.5 or something, so it's still doing a pretty good amount of damage if you crit land. And welcome back to the 4th match, and this is one of the hardest match I ever had to face. Trust me guys when I say that. This guy is a myth, and thank God I went first, because I do hate people that set. And I'm being honest with you, if you see me like doing a tournament or PvP, I swear I never set for anybody. And so after the match, I was asking a few of the people that are watching, and I was like, OMG, did he just set for me? And they were like, yeah, he does set for everybody, especially for balance. So I was like, okay, maybe I will just take the word for him. And look at this! The gaze only did like 900 with the blade. I can't believe this. He must have like over 90 something resist or something, because I have a good amount of pierce, I think. And he weaknessed me. And I think I should have carried some, you know, strike, or maybe if I had it, I think I discarded for some reason, I don't know. I wasn't expecting to face a guy like that was set for me, because you know I was just doing the tournament for fun and collecting some of the ticket, and this is what would happen. You know, literally I was so confused what to do. Like, you know, for example, watch this. The lore masters with the weakness usually does like around 1000 damage, but what's gonna happen? It did only 500. Can you believe it? That's like doing a grandmaster PvP, and you know those grandmasters, they have a lot of resist, but he went for the strike, and that was like holy shit. First, I didn't pull up a stun block, but there we go. I got a stun block because I knew he was gonna use the Medusa or Basilisk, but you know he did use a Medusa, and this is gonna do a lot because he has a blade and the bubble, and I was looking for my gaze, but I don't know what was happening. Like for some reason I was discarding. I think that was accidentally. I was clicking on the card. Like I want to discard the Scorpion, and it accidentally discarded like all of the cards. I don't know, because of my mouse, I guess. So yeah, it did a lot of damage, and I'm low to as much health as he had. So I'm gonna use this Sandstorm, and let's see how much this is gonna do. It usually does like 2.5 with enchant. Oh my god, are you freaking kidding me? That only did 1.3? Oh my god, he must have been set so bad for me, I swear to god. I can't believe this. I'm just gonna lore master him again because, you know, he has some pips, and if he decides to use his spells on me, and I think I'm pretty much dead because he's in strike, and I don't have any base pierce, I guess. So it did 700, you know, and it usually does like 1400 with enchant. So he used his new spell, I think, crafted a new spell. I forgot what is it called, Athena, I think. And it gives like a tower shield, so you know, at that point I thought I lost, because you know he got the shadow pip, and there is no way I could win. If I do you know, lore master, I'm dead. But I went for the tower shield, and I thought maybe that would save me, but you know the chance was very low, because you know, as you can see, he went for the new spells. He had the bubble, and he has 10% pierce from the strike, and you know, I was barely alive with a 100 health, and I was like, if I go down, I'll down with the, you know, lore master. So I decided to lore master him, and there was, you know, really, what do you call it, karma, I guess, because he said for me, and look how much is doing, only 200. So he fizzled, and I think he was really pissed off because, you know, maybe he thought I had a you know, stun, but I didn't. So I had you know, my judgment, and he decided to fled. So good for him, and I got the tournament win as the first place again, so that is really good thing. And I think on the last tournament I asked for 50 likes, but you guys given me over 30 likes, so thank you guys so much. So can we please hit 50 likes in this video? That would be so amazing, guys, and hopefully you guys will enjoy.